Well, it's pretty hard. It's pretty hard to, I mean, he has absolutely bailed us out in the middle of the season when, you know, we made some moves and changed over the bullpen and told him you're going to pitch late in the game. And he never says a word, Kev. I mean, absolutely never. Never makes an excuse. If he makes a bad pitch, it was a bad pitch. And, you know, hadn't pitched in a few days because we're trying to back him off because his workload's been so grueling. And, you know, huge inning in the third today.
I mean, Sandy addressed a little bit earlier because I asked him if September with his workload, he's like the only thing, the thought process maybe brings some up to take some of the pressure off. But how hard would that be for you to get in a spot where you're leading the way he's been almost automatic to not put it?
Well, it's going to be hard, Kevin, because again, you know, you and I have talked privately about this, but you know, we sit here every day trying to get our fan base back and get them excited. And the only way to do that is win baseball games. That's what they want to see. And when this guy is a big part of that, it's pretty hard to say you're not going to use him. Now, we got to be careful because the big picture is he's going to be a pretty dynamic guy here in the future. So we got to balance that with picking the right spots and the right days off. But he's been really, really good.
Who's next?
I'll just go. Was this the sharpest G's been since the All-Star break?
I think so, no question. I thought, and I don't know if it was, you know, the day off that helped, but I thought early in the game that's as crisp as stuff as I've seen him have. You know, a great arm action on his changeup, and for some reason, you know, he steps up against these guys. I don't know what it is, but he seems like he rises when we play the Braves and he pitches against them. He's at one of his best.
Next here. Okay. Yeah.
What's Lagares' confidence level at the plate right now, do you feel?
Well, it's pretty good. You know, Dan, I thought LJ's done a nice job. We've been trying to really get him to pull the ball a little bit because we know he's got that strength, and he's gone up, and as he always does, he tries. You know, he actually tries to apply it, and he's feeling better and better. And he can still, when he's got 2 strikes on him, I know he's got the ability to get a base hit to right field. You know, because that's what he's always done. But earlier in the count, it's nice to see him try to jump on some balls.
You've mentioned his power in the past and how that will develop as the years go by. Do you think we're starting to see that emerge a little bit here?
Well, I mean, right now, again, I think it's a work in progress, and I'm not sure what the results will be here, but he's got enough juice to do some damage, and yet he's still got enough, you know, let the ball get deep with 2 strikes and still put it in play and be dangerous. But you know, in order to play in this league, you've got to be able to pull some balls. And with his power, you know, I think he can hit some home runs. And I'm not going to put a number on him, but, you know, he's got more power than he's shown. But he, you know, once again, you know, when he hits, that's extra. But he made some plays today. That play, I mean, that's what he's getting paid for. And so when he comes up with big hits and like he does today, that's what you see, that you think if he ever gets it, he's going to be some kind of player.
Sorry, I was going to ask you about that. I mean, he made 3 plays early on that a lot of center fielders don't make. How much confidence does that give the pitching staff in general, just having him?
Yeah, it's huge. I mean, you know, you don't want to make mistakes, obviously, but if you make a mistake and hit the ball in the air, I tell you, those guys feel pretty good that it's going to get caught. And that's a nice feeling to have. Now, you don't want to be pitching up there all the time, but you know, if something is hit, that he's got a chance to get it. There were 2 balls that he went back on that were hit good, but there were the 2 balls that the one Bonifacio hit. I mean, I was shocked that he got there and caught that ball.
Kevin?
I mean, he's got a real chance to hit, I don't know, 280, 285. What would you have taken with his defense? Like, when this year is over, when you came into this year, what would you have taken?
Well, again, Kev, we came into this thinking, you know, if he hits 250 to 260, I mean, he'd been knowing that the rest of the lineup we thought was going to do a lot more. He'd have been, I mean, that would have been a huge boost for us. And all he's done is hit basically around 270 all year, and now he's starting to drive the ball. So, I mean, as I've said, you know, I've been around a lot of guys and a lot of young guys. This kid really wants to be good. I mean, he really wants to do it, and he wants to do it right. And when you coach him, it's applied. May not work right away, but he tries to apply it.
Terry, how much of a boost is it to win a game when you're missing your number 2 and number 3 hitters?
Yeah, that's huge, Jerry. Wasn't sure anybody was going to ask me, but and by the way, we didn't have Vic Black tonight either. We didn't have Josh Edgen tonight, so we were pretty thin throughout, and that's why I thought Dylan's outing was huge. I thought Jeurys coming in was big, and we had basically 3 pinch hitters on the bench. So to have those guys, to have all those guys stay out there and hang in there and give us a game and beat the Braves, who are a good team, is crucial for us.
Last one, Matt.
Did Dan visit with the doctor, and just what's kind of the update with him?
He's just got a small strain in his calf. Yeah, they just thought he needed an extra day. Yeah.
Whatever's up with Black or Edgen, do you expect that to affect them tomorrow, or that was
I
just
have no idea. It will affect Edgen tomorrow.
Can you
But
share
why
something?
don't you go tell the Braves too? They won't be available.